After that, I stayed in Harvey's bedroom almost every night. He never let me leave before sunrise. At first, I was terrified, but when I woke up in my boss Harvey's bed, my mind was still a little foggy. I carefully got out of bed and sent a message to Harvey's mother. I looked at Harvey one last time. Then I quietly closed the bedroom door and left. I got a message from Harvey's mother. After I got home, I slept the whole day. When I woke up, it was already dark. I checked my phone. More than a dozen missed calls, dozens of unread messages, all from Harvey. The last one said, "Come to my apartment when you wake up." I quickly got ready and went to Harvey's place. The beta guard outside the penthouse opened the door for me.
Alpha Harvey is in the study.
I walked in and stood in front of his desk.
So you still know how to come? I woke up and you were gone. You ignored every message.
I thought he would be furious. After all, I had drugged his wine last night, but he looked almost amused.
Boss, water?
There's nothing suspicious in this one, right?
He kept discussing work like normal, but slowly. He stepped closer and closer until I was trapped against his desk.
You did well last night.
From now on, you will be my secretary.
And every night, you'll sleep in my room.
The entire company knew Harvey Black. He was the Alpha King's only heir, the future ruler chosen by the Elder Council. Cold, untouchable, impossible to approach. That was exactly why the Luna found me. She needed proof that Harvey had no problem bonding.
You don't want to?
My pheromone match rate with him was 90%, and his temporary mark benefited me balancing scent. But a permanent bond was different. A permanent bond meant shared scent, shared territory, shared instincts, and after that, no other alpha could ever claim me. That night, I slept in Harvey's bedroom again. My relationship with Harvey was arranged by the Luna herself. He was the unquestioned alpha heir. Even the Elder Council had already accepted him as the next ruler. He lived under strict discipline, meetings, pack affairs, territory inspections, training. He barely had time to breathe, let alone look for a mate. So the Luna chose me, an orphan Omega, with no title, no powerful bloodline. I got into the Blackwood Company through hard work alone. Just another ordinary employee. My status and Harvey's could not have been more different. The only reason I was chosen was our 90% pheromone compatibility.
Sign this, and the money is yours.
No one hated money, especially not an orphan, Omega, like me. It was more money than I could earn in decades. The agreement was simple. Until Harvey officially found his fated mate, I would stay. Once Harvey met a proper Luna candidate from a matching family, I would leave quietly. In exchange, I would receive a huge final payment. After I made sure everything was correct, I wrote my name on the agreement.
Pleasure working with you, Luna.
That night, I knocked on Harvey's bedroom door with the expensive red wine she gave me. After that, I stayed in Harvey's bedroom almost every night. He never let me leave before sunrise. At first, I was terrified. But hey, we worked together in the same office.
Finished your work?
Not yet.
Harvey Blackwood was dangerous, powerful, handsome, the kind of alpha every pack respected. It would have been strange not to fall for him, but I also knew our difference. He was the future Alpha King, and I was temporary, replaceable. After more than a year, the Luna finally came back.
I found Harvey's fated mate. As long as you leave, you can write any amount.
No problem. I will leave immediately.
On the day I left, Harvey went back to the family estate.
Harvey is very pleased with his fiancée. He couldn't wait to meet her.
Congratulations. Looks like you finally found the Luna you wanted.
Then I left Harvey, left the city, and left the Blackwood territory completely. With that money, I opened a cafe in a remote town and started over. Peaceful, quiet, simple, until one morning, I suddenly fainted at work. When I woke up, a healer told me that I was pregnant. I wanted this child. I wanted to keep him.
You're an Omega. Without a permanent bond, childbirth will be risky. You need alpha pheromone support.
But there was no alpha beside me. During the pregnancy, without Harvey's scent, everything became harder. The nausea was terrible. My body weakened fast. I lost weight. Luckily, the young beta employee at my cafe helped me. Betas couldn't smell Omega pheromones, wouldn't be affected, and could manage the shop. So I stayed home and waited for my baby. The day I gave birth, I almost died. I lost too much blood. The healer looked worried the whole time. My body was already weak from carrying a pup without a permanent bond, but thankfully, I survived, and so did he. I named him Larry. The beta assistant from the cafe adored children. Sometimes he helped watch Larry for me. Everything felt peaceful, until unexpected guests arrived.
What do you want? I am your father's wife.
Of course I knew who she was. The woman my father married after abandoning my pregnant mother. My mother later died, giving birth to me, and I became an orphan. Now my father was died too. Only his child could inherit.
I came to take you home, to inherit the family business. I refuse. Wouldn't that make things easier for you? I was never part of that family. If your father had no child, everything would go to your two uncles. I would rather give it to you. And it's what I owe your mother.
The second she mentioned my mother, my anger exploded. My father's family had local influence. My mother was only an ordinary Omega. To strengthen his position, my father abandoned her and married into a stronger Alpha bloodline. That decision killed her. Because when she gave birth, there was no Alpha by her side. No sense support, no bond, no one to steady her body, and she died.
You and my father caused her death. I'm not going back. It's too late. You don't get to decide that. I truly didn't know back then. Later, your father and I searched for you, but the orphanage had already shut down. Your father and I had no children. If the company goes to your uncles, they'll destroy everything. Even if not for yourself, take back what belonged to your mother. He's a strong alpha pup, stronger than most children his age. His wolf instincts are already waking up. Pups recognize scent earlier than humans. He deserves a stable pack. Fine. I'll go back with you.
This was my first time going back to my father's home. Even though it was not as grand as Harvey's family home, it was still far beyond the kind of wealthy family I could ever reach before. On the way there, I learned that this woman's name was Sherry, and that she came from a noble bloodline. She gathered my father's whole family and announced to everyone that I was the next heir.
She is the next heir.
Then I stayed in this house. Not long after, I also met the two uncles who wanted to fight with me over the family property.
Sherry, you really found someone like this. A person who came from who knows where to become the new leader of our family?
The DNA test was already done a few days ago. Didn't you already see the results?
But she is only an ordinary Omega. How can she become the leader?
Her child is an alpha.
But this child is not from our family.
Viola has not formed a permanent bond with anyone else, so she is part of our family. And the child is our foul family's alpha.
The killing intent through the screen.
Vera, whose voice is that?
I clamped a hand over the man's mouth. My brain spun.
Honey, I'm watching a teen drama.
Damon let out a cold laugh.
Sure.
My husband Damon Vance and I had a contract marriage. He was busy with work, didn't pay attention to me, even just came home a handful of times. That day I came home and saw him in a varsity football jersey. He looked young, quiet, and surprisingly well behaved. I scoffed.
What? Contract's almost up, so you want to suck up to me? You don't have to try this hard.
I didn't wait for his answer. I stepped closer, then closer, hands all over him. Damon went stiff. He let me, right when I was about to go further. A video call came in. The contact name said, Damon, my husband. The phone screen flashed wildly in the living room. The words Damon looked especially sharp. I lowered my head, looked at the man pinned under me. My brain short-circuited for a second. If the person calling was my husband, then who was I sitting on? Damon clearly saw the screen too. A flicker of shock crossed his eyes, then quickly smoothed over. I tried to stand. He used a little more strength, pressed me back down. His breath hit my collarbone.
Honey, pick up. Why aren't you picking up?
That voice, those features, that bone structure. There couldn't possibly be a second person. Other than being a decade younger, he looked exactly like Damon. Was this some weird new game of his? I took a deep breath and slid the call open. Damon's mature, cold face appeared on the screen. 30-year-old Damon. Every line of his face carried the pressure of years in boardrooms. He frowned slightly. His eyes scanned me through the screen.
Vera, where are you? Why are you breathing like that?
My heart jumped. I steadied my voice and lied.
At home. Just finished yoga.
Damon stared at the background on my screen.
Why are the lights off?
I was about to say I forgot to turn them on. The young man underneath me suddenly moved. He didn't just move. He pressed himself up into me on purpose.
Babe, my leg's going numb.
A heavy, breathy moan went straight into the microphone. The air went dead silent. On the other end, Damon's eyes turned to ice. I could feel the killing intent through the screen.
Vera, whose voice is that?
I clamped a hand over the man's mouth. My brain spun.
Honey, I'm watching a teen drama.
Damon let out a cold laugh.
Sure. My flight gets in at 10 tomorrow morning.
The call cut. I was furious and humiliated. I threw the phone aside and grabbed the boy by the throat.
Who the hell are you?
He wasn't bothered at all.